What are the top 10 best jets in War Thunder? Let's take a look on what are the best performing aircraft in the top ranks of the game. Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members, all the patrons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So, I decided to make a quick list of the top 10 aircraft that I consider the best out there. Just a small disclaimer before we get into it, this is my opinion of course, there is always people that will like certain aircraft or type of aircraft or whatever, you know, more than me personally, but these are the top 10 aircraft in my opinion that are the best in the game to do well in the game overall, you know, so including many types of gameplays, many type of maps and game modes. So let's get into it. So the 10th is the F-16A, guys. The F-16A is an amazing aircraft. It doesn't matter what variant, to be honest. The MLU, the ADF, the Block 10, the AJ, all of them are amazing, guys. They're still one of the best aircraft in the game. Yes, they lack the radar and the missiles, to be honest. But if you get into a dogfight, there are just a few aircraft that can beat this thing in a dogfight. If you know what you're doing, this thing can beat everything. It really lacks on many things, but in the department of dogfighting, it's, as I said, one of the best, if not the best, aircraft in this top 10 list. So yeah, definitely the F-16A is still an amazing aircraft, even if it's a 12.0 aircraft. For the 9th is the Mirage 2000-5F, and I might get a little bit of hate with this because a lot of people love it, and they would put it in a higher part of the list. Yes, this aircraft is pretty complete, you know, it has very good missiles after the buff. The magic shoes are amazing right now. The Super 530, they also got a buff, so they're pretty good. The performance of it is a pretty fast aircraft, fast accelerating. It does dogfight very well, but for a personal kind of reason, I wouldn't put it on the top rankings of this list just because it lacks the number of missiles. I like having a lot more missiles than 4, and that's why in 8th I actually added the Mirage 4000, because in my honestly opinion, even though the Mirage 2000-5F will receive better missiles in the future, it does have HMS, which is the helmet, right? And overall just a more modern aircraft. The Mirage 4000 has pretty much the same performance or even better in certain situations, with way better missiles. You can take 8 magic missiles with kind of the same performance as the 5F, right? So that's why the 9th is the Mirage 2005F and the 8th is the Mirage 4000. Okay guys, so we go for the 7th, the Barak, the F-16D for the Israelis. It's amazing. It really is an amazing aircraft. Not as good as the other ones that we're going to talk about, but it's almost on par with the F-16C. It has amazing missiles, HMS, amazing air-to-ground capability, amazing performance, but it is a little bit heavier than the C variant, which means that it will lose to a lot of aircraft in a dogfight if you're not careful. So it's amazing, but still it has its drawbacks that I would put it right there. It's still very good aircraft. I mean, to be on the top 10 aircraft list, it would already be amazing, right? For the 6th, you know, this might be a little bit controversial, but yes, the F-15 Eagle, guys. Doesn't matter the variant, they're all pretty good, you know, they're really good. And the flight performance, it's amazing. I cannot still believe that this aircraft is a 12.3 aircraft. On the flight performance is on par or better than all the other aircraft. And I think the only thing that really matters here is that the radar, although it has a lot of range, it lacks the TWS. That means that it lacks a little bit of situational awareness in the game. And of course it doesn't have air to ground for the most part. I mean, it does have it, but it's kind of limited. But still, it is still one of the best aircraft in the game. This Sparrow is still, for my opinion, the second best radar missile in the game. So it's still carrying the 4 of the second best missiles of the game in radar wise. And for the air-to-air short-range IR missiles, we have 3 options which are all amazing. The Python 3 is amazing, the AIM-9M is amazing, the AIM-4 is amazing. I think still the AIM-4 would be my option, but still all of them are pretty good. And yeah, they have everything to be one of the top dogs, and if you know what you're doing, you can beat any type of aircraft that are going to come in the rest of the list. Just remember, a small disclaimer, it doesn't mean that if it's a 5th on the 6th in this list, it's not a big gap to the front, okay guys? I think like from the F-15 for the upcoming aircraft that we're going to talk about, the margins are very, very thin, to be honest, really, really thin. So just bear that in mind, okay? For the 5th, I have to include a MiG-29, and for the 4th as well. The MiG-29G on 5th, you know, and the MiG-29 SMT on 4th. Why these two MiG-29s? Well, they have something that the other ones that we talked about don't have. The R-27ER, or the ET if you want to, right? Both of the best missiles for BVR in the game. These missiles are really, really amazing. Like you can kill targets from a very far distance or a very short distance. They turn more, they have more energy. They're just the best missile in the game, radar-wise. And of course, you have a data link with INS, which means that they are much more reliable to use and change targets than the Sparrow, right? Together with that, they are MiGs that have the R-73, which in my opinion are the best IR missile in the game. You know, this missile can be beaten, but it is very, very hard, especially if you are up close. No, doesn't matter, the aircraft is still going to be an aircraft that if it's fire from 1 to 2 kilometers on you, you're dead, especially in a rear aspect situation, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. On performance side of things, it is still on par with the others. It lacks a little bit, especially the SMT on a dogfighting situation, but also it has, if I'm not, I mean, even kidding, the best radar in the game. It's the only radar in the game, like close to the AK-141 that can do notching while firing the missile, right? You can actually fire an R-27ER and basically turn 90 degrees to the left, and the target will lose you, and you will not lose the target. So the notching capability of the Zook radar is amazing, right? So that's why it's 4th and not 5th together with the G, right? Because the SMT, in my opinion, the radar just carries that aircraft a little bit. And of course they can do air to ground, not the greatest thing ever, but still they can do it. And then we go for the top 3, guys. The top 3 best jets in the game, in my opinion. I think you can already guess the 3 of them we are going to talk about. The margins here are very minor, you know, just remember that. But still, on 3rd, on bronze, we have the F-16C, guys. Yes, the ultimate version that we have in the F-16 versions in the game, you know. Amazing dogfighting capability, amazing performance in engine acceleration, top speed. Amazing air to ground with the new Maverick, especially. Amazing, to be honest, BVR even. You can do a lot because he has a better radar than all the other F-16, so the APG-68, together with the performance of the dogfighting that the D version doesn't have too much, right? I mean, it does, but it's nothing compared to the C, right? And of course, room for improvement, because this aircraft will receive the M120, so he will be one of the top dogs for a very long time, in my opinion, and one of the best aircraft in the game. My favorite F-16 for sure, of course being the best, right? For 2nd, or silver, we have another controversial aircraft. Some people might put this aircraft as the best one instead of 2nd, but still, I still think that it is 2nd because of one major flaw, and that's the Gripen. The Gripen, guys, doesn't matter the version, they're all basically the same, are amazing. They're perfect in every single way. In the top tier meta, right? They have amazing acceleration, amazing dogfighting capability. If you know what you're doing, you can beat even an F-16A. It's one of the best aircraft in the game, one of the best. The only thing that matters, better like AIM-9Ms, you know, all the package. The only problem is that it uses the Skyflash. Well, the Skyflash will be the missile until they actually add the Fox 3 missiles, which is coming very soon, if I'm not mistaken, in the next patch. But the thing is that it's still just a Skyflash, so you kinda don't have a very good head-on possibility of a missile shot, right? Kinda no, to be honest, because the Skyflash, even at short ranges, can lose the target very easily. It's a very, very easy missile to decoy. So yeah, it's just amazing every single aspect. It just lacks the head-on missile, like a radar missile, BVR missile. Once he gets the M120s, it will be fine, one of the best already. Imagine with that, even after the nerfs, right? And the gold medal here, the best aircraft in the game, in my opinion, especially for air-to-air, I have to say it, guys, the Su-27 and the J-11, right? These aircraft have everything. The only thing that they don't have is an amazing air-to-ground capability, but to be honest, weighing it down, I mean, you can jump to other platforms in those tech trees to actually have those situations happening. So that type of gameplay if you want to. So it kind of doesn't matter at the end because they're so much, like they're amazing, so much amazing, like so amazing that it kind of doesn't matter, that little thing, right? They have the Raider, which is, it might not be the best one, but it is one of the best. But the thing is, the conjunction of a Raider, an IRST, together with 10 missiles. So no aircraft here can carry these many missiles, especially of this quality. So these missiles, they are far from anything else. You know, the R-73, I already said, I consider it the best missile in the game, although the others are amazing as well. The R-73 can do some things that no other missile can do in the game. And the R-27ER already said it. I mean, it's the best BVR missile in the game, by far. It turns better than anything else. It has more energy than anything else, apart from the Phoenix, but it's not really fair to compare to the Phoenix, right? And yeah, INS, data link, everything is there. You know, the whole package. Together with carrying 4 of these, plus 2 more, or 2 ET variants, plus 4 R-73s, right? Has the range, has the dogfighting capability, it has everything. If you see an Su-27 flying, make sure that he doesn't get near you, because if it's a head-on, you will get an R-27ER to the face, and it will not be easy to avoid that. And if he's on your rear, an R-27 ET that has an amazing RICCM as well, or an R-73 will come to you, and it will be really hard to actually decoy those as well. And if you try to dogfight it, you better be in a very good aircraft in a dogfight, because these things are famous for one particular maneuver called the Cobra, right? So, yeah, it is the best missile in aircraft in the game, and I think it's just kind of funny that they added these aircraft so early like this. Of course, with the Fox 3s coming soon, they will be changing that a little bit. The Su-27 might not be the best when that comes, but for now, it is. And when those things come, I will of course do another video like this. Okay, guys, but leave it in the comments what you think. It's okay to disagree with me. Leave it in the comments. I want to know what would be your favorite top 10 aircraft in performance wise. And yeah, guys, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and